Hey everyone, welcome to this live broadcast where we are going to do an unboxing of LAT's kit that they sent out of some of their new products and how you can heat print them with stalls, heat transfers that are also in the kit, and also doing all of that with the A to Z. So before we get started, I'm just going to chat with you guys. I always love to see where you guys are joining in from, so feel free to comment that in. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, so definitely chat in and let us know you're here and with us, and then we can go ahead and dive in. So and for those of you that don't know and are used to attending our lives, just a quick little update. If you didn't catch Kelly's live 2 weeks ago, we are actually going to be going live bi-weekly, and her and I will be kind of splitting, the lives, right? So we will be moving from every Thursday to every other Thursday, but it will still be at that 4 p.m. slot. So just a heads up, that's a quick change in the schedule. If you guys think that another day is better or another time, as long as it's Monday through Friday, let us know, because we're always trying to figure out when is the best to connect with you guys through live stream. So definitely let us know. We are going to continue to push out content 3 times a week on our YouTube channel. And of course, always share that stuff on Facebook as well. But yeah, we're just moving those live. So hello, I see you guys joining in on YouTube. Still waiting for some Facebook folks to join us. Where are you guys from? All right, so as I mentioned, whenever we open up the broadcast, we are going to be talking about the kit that was sent out by LAT Apparel. So for those of you that aren't familiar with LAT, they're a pretty popular brand within the industry, and they offer a variety of different products, from t-shirts to hoodies to joggers, etc. And they're doing these styles really well. They're high quality. They're something that you definitely want to print for your customers. So real quick, before I dive into the kit, I do want to show you their updated catalog for 2022. So this is where you will see some of their really popular styles. And right now there are, you can see there's a hoodie, a crew neck, and joggers. And one of my favorite features that they're doing on that crew neck and joggers is that almost color block seam that is at the bottom, all right, of the crew neck and the joggers. And they also have a hoodie style that is like that as well. They're calling these their elevated fleece. All right. So they are doing more of a heavier style. So if I was going to compare these to Bella Canvas, I would say that these are definitely a heavier feel, but that is coming back in style, more of like a heavy cotton and a heavy fleece. So cotton on the outside, fleece on the inside, but it's more heavy, more elevated, and definitely more of a premium fill. Don't get me wrong, I love Bella Canvas. I love the street fleece line that they have using their sponge fleece. But these styles to me are definitely more retail, all right? So those are some of the fleece styles that they're offering. You can see they have them in very popular styles. Obviously, the black on black camo has been extremely popular, but they're also doing it in solid colors as well. All right, so this is a little bit more on those, some of the crew necks and hoodie colors that you can get, right? And then we move into some of the t-shirt styles. So these are just, they're typical styles that they have been selling, where they're incorporating some of that melange threading throughout. That's what they have branded it as. But now they are doing blackout colors. So real quick, as we're going through, Rabbit Skins is a brand that's under LAT, and they offer a variety of really cute children's apparel that is coordinated also with adult apparel as well. So if you guys are ever getting requests for children's and youth, just know that you can get matching styles throughout here. All right, now let's dive a little bit deeper into some of the colors that they are offering. I'm looking for their blackout stuff because that is what the kit is on. All right, so they don't have it featured in the catalog here. Okay, here it is. Okay, so here's the perfect comparison. We have the Cardinal Blackout and the Sangria Blackout. What I want you to pay close attention to is this thread right here, where instead of using a white thread, they are using a black thread to give it more of a muted tone. And these are colors that we are starting to see be extremely popular, more of those muted colors, but they're still bright and vibrant, even though they still have that muted finish. So this Cardinal, for example, still has a very standout look to it because of the color that they're using, but they're taking that and putting a black thread in it just to give it more dimension and a premium look overall. Now, comparing that to the burgundy melange and the green melange, you can see that they're using a white thread. Right, so you have both options here. If you want something that is a little more fresh looking and as far as color goes, then definitely use the melange. But the blackout is what's new and trending with LAT. So you guys can see that they're offering that in a variety of colors. And that is exactly what we are going to be printing today. All right, so this is the kit that they sent out. All right, you can see it's featuring their blackout styles. And we had partnered with LAT so that people that are getting this kit can heat print them as soon as they get it, right? So we have CAD Cut Metallic, Ultra Weed, and screen print. So we're going to print all of those. Screen print transfer, which would be goof proof. So we're going to print all of those in the t-shirt styles that they offered. So we're going to open this up, and you can see that it has listed out all the new colors. All right, in addition to their blackout colors, they've also done those camo colors that I showed there for a moment, and then also some leopard as well, right? So leopard patterns have been extremely popular, but it has fabric swatches in here of all of their new colors so that if you are working with a customer on what type of garment that they want or color that they want, that is in there, okay? All right, so here are the transfers. Again, as I mentioned, we are using the metallic, and it's just a gold metallic. And then we are doing a branded tee with Ultra Weed, and then a game day tee with screen print ink goof proof, okay? All right, so we have all those transfers. All right, and again, guys, I know it's t-shirts, right? We know t-shirts. They're the staple of every custom decorating business for the most part. So this is just a new way to offer some of your t-shirts. Maybe you need something next level as opposed to maybe your Gildans or your Hanes, and this would be a really great t-shirt style to incorporate because the colors are so unique. Okay, so, and they're very retail to me. Whenever I see this, I imagine this being in some of those popular retail styles. All right, so this is the ice blackout. So as you pick up the t-shirts out of the kit, there is a little label in there so you know exactly what the item number is and what the t-shirt color is. So this is ice, and it might come off a little gray through the screen, but it actually has like a blue or sage green kind of tint to it. Okay, so this could go, this is just a really popular color, especially for this time of year as the weather is cooling down. We want styles like this that aren't so bright where they resonate more with like spring or summertime. So we're still able to get a really trendy color that would typically work well with spring. And I think this would work well with spring too, but because of that blackout finish, we're getting something that works well around fall and winter for those cooler seasons. Okay, so we are going to pair the Ultra Weed with the ice blue. Okay, so that is what we will do first. All right, so again, as I mentioned, I'm working with the A to Z here. And what I love that we incorporated an additional one for an extra like placement print that will warrant a higher profit opportunity. Because again, when we're working with t-shirts, yes, your standard prints, your full fronts or your back prints, those are popular. You know, for the most part, don't steer away from those. But there is a lot of real estate in just a single t-shirt. So being able to add another custom print somewhere to warrant a higher profit opportunity will go a long way. So that way, if you want to sell the t-shirt for $15 and then cut some heat transfer vinyl, I need to increase my pressure. Cut some heat transfer vinyl for like, what? This is probably less than 20 cents for me to cut and weave this little piece. And then add a $5 increase in profit there, right? So take advantage of your additional print locations so that you can get a higher profit out of a single piece, okay? So the color that we are using with Ultra Weed, this is, I believe, our Bahama Blue. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to place that and do our standard print. And this is a scoop neck tee. So I'm not going to go too far from the collar because it's already dropping pretty low for me. All right, of course, I want to use a cover sheet, so I'm going to drop that down. And Ultra Weed actually applies as low as 280 degrees for cotton poly blends. So these blackout styles that have that like black heathered weave throughout it, they are, those are always going to be your 50-50 blends, okay? So anything heathered is typically a 50-50, but I just love the take that they're doing on the 50-50 blends. All right, so as I was mentioning, this product does apply as low as 280 for blends. All right, so that's why I absolutely love using Ultra Weed for these finishes because you can get to that temp nice and low. Now, I do have my temp. For those of you that are like, Jenna, your heat press isn't even set to 280. It's because we're going to apply a screen print transfer. So I need it to be at 325 for this demonstration. But just know whenever you are working with heat transfer vinyl, you want to select a product that is going to apply at a low enough temperature that it's not going to scorch your garment. So when you're getting into some of those more 50-50 blends, then this is going to be a really great option. Now, as I mentioned, we want to take advantage of our additional print locations. So what I'm going to do is add that extra logo to the bottom hemline, okay? So I'm looking at this t-shirt, like, where do I want to put it? There's a lot of really popular print locations. And if you wanted to, you could even add it to the back shoulder, right? Actually, that's what we're going to do because that's a unique print location that I've seen recently that people are doing for branding purposes because it's unique and it just catches someone's eye very easily. So that's the one we're going to do. So it's basically a reverse left chest. You're just putting it on the back shoulder instead and still kind of using that same like print location. So what I'm doing is finding where my seam meets the collar of the t-shirt, and that is where my design is going to be center of. Then I'm going to drop that down roughly like, I don't want to go as low as the chest would be because I don't want it to be too low on the back. So I'm only going to do like maybe 4 inches. Right, so nothing too far down because then it throws it off a little bit. All right, so we're going to apply that where we have it placed. And that's a simple print location. It's not taking you too much additional time to just add that extra print location. And now you can charge an additional $3 to $5, depending on your customer. You know what they're willing to pay for, but a good ballpark would be $3 to $5 for just that additional print location. And all you're doing is just cutting it out whenever you cut out the other one, right? Your front print. All right, so that is the back print. As you can see, it's off to the right shoulder. So now we have additional branding here and our front location as well, okay? So all the information you need on this t-shirt, if you guys want to sample this, is all here so that you can show your customers what you have the ability to do for them. All right, so again, that Ultra Weed transfer does come in the kit. All right, the next one that we are going to do, let's go ahead and knock out our metallic. So this is actually the Sangria. I absolutely love this color. I think it's perfect for fall, and also for those of you that are printing a lot of holiday t-shirts that are coming up. This is a good one. This color has been in a lot of retail stores specifically this type of like muted plum almost. They're calling it sangria blackout. But I just think this is perfect for around this time of year, especially if you're doing stuff for the holidays. So again, we're just loading this onto our bottom plait, and I do see some comments and questions coming in. So before I move on to this print location or this application, let's go ahead and check these out. Wendy, where did you get your cardigan? This is actually one of my favorite cardigans. It's from Vici, right? Vici. Where can I get the box? This is from LAT. So you can contact them if you're interested in purchasing the box. And it'll have these 3 styles of t-shirts, all of their updated colors on a flip book, and then also our heat transfers. Hi, Jay. Thanks for joining. Yes, from LAT. It's their sample box. All right. Thank you, Jonathan, for sharing that. You're the best. All right, so it looks like we have all of the questions answered so far. If you guys have more questions, let us know. Again, we are moving on to the sangria color, and we are going to print that with our CAD cut metallic. All right, so I mentioned this being a really great color for this time of year, and I think that it is going to pair very nicely with metallic. So if you guys are doing any of those holiday styles, definitely metallic is a good one. I went to Dallas Market last week, where a lot of graphic tee sellers are selling there to buyers for their retail locations. And they were using a lot of metallic on their holiday tees specifically. Right, so definitely take that into consideration as a special effect finish that will warrant a higher profit opportunity. And it works great on 50-50 blends, especially these styles, because they're such a smooth fabric. I don't want to say they're like extremely lightweight, but they're heavy enough so that they don't feel like on the low end. You see, do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say cheap, because even some thin t-shirts out there aren't cheap, but you can just tell that this t-shirt is a quality t-shirt, and it's going to last. It's nice and durable, right? With that being said, our heat transfers are also going to last as well. So these last 50 plus washes, they're going to last the life of the garment. So don't be afraid to use our heat transfers on these if maybe you're doing DTG or screen printing. Our heat transfers are going to work phenomenally on these as well, right? So this is a cold peel. I am waiting for this to cool a bit before I remove that carrier, and then I can go ahead and peel that back. And the metallic really just offers a super nice pop, really catches the eye. I absolutely love it for branding, especially this transfer was made in the thought of like branding for a boutique, but it just offers a super nice shine. So you can see that it's super lightweight. I'm holding this up very close so that you guys can hear that it doesn't sound like papery, sometimes the way that foil will feel. So it's a very smooth and lightweight, and it complements the t-shirt very well. All right, so if you guys don't like the high mirror-like shine, you can actually load this product back onto the heat press and tack it for an additional like 2 seconds or so, and it will give it more of a low luster look to it. So that's what I'm going to do so that you guys can see that. If you want something that looks more metal, you can put a cover sheet on top, tack it for a couple of seconds, and it'll actually reduce the mirror shine of the product. All right, so as I hold this back up, you can see it's more of a metal shine and has a little bit more texture to it. This is my favorite look of the metallic, right? So it has a more of a sheen to it as opposed to a mirror-like sample. All right, so that is the metallic on the sangria blackout style. All right, so now we are on to the Cardinal Blackout. This is another one of their colors. And we are going to load that onto the Platin. And we're going to do a screen print transfer on this as well. So I want you guys to see a variety of finishes so that you guys can see how well these t-shirt styles work. So we are going to tack and just preheat, prep the garment for a screen print transfer. Anytime I work with a screen print transfer, I make sure I definitely do that preheat. I want the garment to be nice and warm whenever I go to apply our screen print. It just activates better and gets the ink to transfer very well. All right, so quick question. Can you get hoodies in the box? The hoodies do not come in the box. It's just these 3 t-shirt styles. All right, so screen print transfer. I don't need a cover sheet for this. There is a release paper that acts pretty much as the cover sheet. So as soon as that heat hits it, we're at 325. We're applying for 15 seconds. So again, I am using Goof Proof, and Goof Proof is a very popular plastisol ink from Transfer Express. And typically it's known for applying for 4 seconds at 365. If you're working with 50-50 blends or polyester content, you can actually drop that temperature down to 325 and it will apply for 15 seconds, right? So now we're not risking scorching the t-shirt at all, right? So now we're able to get that screen print with just a heat press. So in my opinion, if I'm going to compare the styles of transfers that we applied today, I do love the screen print. But if you're looking for a heat transfer vinyl that feels a lot like a screen print, then Ultraweed is going to be your guy, okay? That's going to be your go-to heat transfer vinyl, right? So you can see it's very thin and lightweight. And when I compare this next to a screen print, you cannot really tell the difference. Okay, so the screen print feels just like a screen print, amazing, but you can also get a heat transfer vinyl that feels just like a screen print as well. And if you compare these side by side and your customers feel them, and you need to get them on vinyl because it's going to hit a price point as opposed to a screen print, then show them this. This is definitely the product that you want to show them. So that's why we paired these 3 heat transfer types in here. It shows a special effect look if you're looking for a unique way to brand for a customer. Heat transfer vinyl if you need something for some of those low run orders. And of course, there's an additional print location there where you can take advantage of all the real estate on a single t-shirt. And then screen print transfers that if you are doing some of those higher run jobs in, for example, a game day shirt that's going to a lot of students or a lot of fans, then screen print transfer is going to make perfect sense for that. Right. So again, these t-shirts are going to work great across a variety of these heat transfers. And these kits, again, available at LAT. Mine just came in the mail this week. So I was really excited to show you guys. Right. So a lot of great information in here, a lot of samples. Yeah. And they even have the blackout styles and the melange styles on here as well. So that way you can show some of these new things to your customers. They also do really cute star patterns that are tonal, just like they do the leopard and the camo as well. So a lot of great stuff that LAT is doing. Just trying to bring awareness to this brand because I have been falling in love with a lot of the blanks that they are offering. I always was a fan of rabbit skins and the fact that they had those companion styles across youth, children's, and adult, male and female. But now that they're introducing some of these new colors and pattern ways, absolutely love. All right, so it looks like we are having a little bit of a hiccup with the kits. I swear they exist. So I'm not sure. I'll have to follow up with who we teamed up with here. And if you guys aren't in the Heat Press for Profit group, go ahead and join that group. We'll get you in, and I'll post all the information on where you can find these kits for purchase. Jonathan said, love their saltwater color. I do too. I think it's a really pretty color. All right. So again, Yeah, she's on the phone with Rick from LAT. All right. So yes, if you guys go ahead and join the Heat Press for Profit group, I'm going to contact my connect there at LAT and see where you guys can purchase these. And I'll put all that information in the Heat Press for Profit group. All right. I apologize. I figured it would just be right on their website. So we will get the answers, but bear with me while I figure out how to get them. All right, so thank you guys so much for joining us for this live broadcast. Again, if you missed it in the beginning, we are going to be changing the frequency in which we are going live. It's going to be every other Thursday at 4 o'clock. All right, thanks again. And if you have any other questions, feel free to go ahead and comment those in. I'll be sure to visit this afterwards, but definitely join Heat Press for Profit so that we can get you guys the answers on the kits. All right. All right, see you guys. Have a great weekend.